Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we completed the entire postgame in one giant montage, I guess, and we got a Ho-Oh for our trouble. And in this episode, we're going to be going over everything that's not in the normal game, because there's actually quite a bit of extra stuff that not a lot of people know about. So, starting things off, I've been keeping you in suspense with this blank screen. We are looking at the Pokemon Colosseum bonus discs that you would get for pre-ordering the game in North America back in 2003, I guess the year was. I'm pretty sure it was 2003. On it, we have a trailer for an anime movie, which I'm not going to show because I don't want to get copyright strikes or anything. You can look that up on your own. And there's a trailer for Pokemon Colosseum, which I'm not going to show either. It's pretty shitty, and also I'm kind of afraid of getting copyrights on this too, so I'm not even going to bother. So, two completely useless things, but there's a third one. Jirachi. If you got this bonus disc, you could transfer a Jirachi to your Ruby or Sapphire games. I'm not sure about Fire Red or Leaf Green because they came after this game. I'm pretty sure you cannot transfer the Jirachi to those games, but you can to Ruby and Sapphire, which I did, and I'm going to show it. I had to record it off of my Wii because you need a link cable and everything, which I can't really do any Game Boy Link cabling on an emulator, so I had to switch over to my Wii. The quality is going to be a bit less than desirable, but it is what it is. My capture card isn't that good, so I'm going to show what it's like to transfer Jirachi to your Ruby or Sapphire, and I'll meet you back in another place that I'm going to keep a secret from you. So, we are back here at the title screen of the normal game. However, if we use a certain action replay code, something quite interesting will happen. We will be brought to the Japanese bonus disc. For whatever reason, this is on the full game, and it's partially translated too, obviously not this part of it is, but the bottom text here is translated. Now, in the American bonus disc, you could get Jirachi. However, in this version, it's a little bit different. Let's go to this. Well, if it isn't Mark, yeah, there's a reason for that. I'm using a different save file. I'll get to why that is later. Good to see you're here. So, how goes it? Is your quest to purify shadow Pokemon proceeding smoothly? Ah, you've managed to purify all the shadow Pokemon in the Ore region. That's amazing, Mark. But it is you, after all. What's that? It's Celebi. Celebi appears to be celebrating your success too, Mark. Yes, you receive Celebi if you purify all 48 Shadow Pokemon in the Japanese version. There you go. How amazing! Can you feel it? Celebi's blessing fills the air, still fills the air around us. Mark, if you have a friend who would like to receive Celebi's blessing like you did, you should bring them here. So, after you receive the Celebi on your own save file, you can then transfer it to the Game Boy games. So, that's one thing you can do. Now, there is a Pikachu you can get here as well, but I don't know how. It's here. I don't know if you have to get it with Poke Coupons, but for some reason I don't know. Like I thought you had to redeem it with Poke Coupons. I read that somewhere, but apparently it's not here, and I don't know what this is for, so I should probably mess with that later. But yeah, you get a Celebi. Now, if you use the action replay code that I linked in the description, I'm 99.9999% certain that you will be able to receive your Celebi on the North American version, meaning you can transfer it to your Game Boy game. I'm going to be testing this out later, because I need to transfer this save to my Wii, because I have, homebrew and all that, so I could test that out, just to make sure that it's actually the case. So, we now have a Celebi and a Jirachi, two of the rarest Pokemon just in existence, honestly, and this is the place to get them. So is that it? No, that is far from it. Let me meet you back somewhere different. So, we are now in a new area that we've never been to before. Where exactly is this? Well, this is a room that's only available to access legitimately anyway, in the Japanese version of the game. It is a room in the Fennec Colosseum. It is a door on the left. It's the giant green one, and you can only enter it after you defeat the final boss. However, through the use of a special save file that I found, which is why my name was Mark when I was doing the bonus disc, we can enter this room in the English version. It's actually partially translated, believe it or not. Actually, it's fully translated. There's just some small errors, like, certain proper nouns not being capitalized, things like that. But for the most part, it is translated. It's fully finished. You just can only access it in the Japanese version. It was left out of all the other ones. I don't really understand why. But what is this room really for? Well, if we talk to you may register for a Pokemon... Did I really just say Pokemon? Like, without even... You can register for a Pokemon Colosseum e-card battle here. Would you like to have a battle? So, this room takes advantage of the e-reader. It was an accessory back in the day that would allow you to scan certain cards, and they would do things depending on what game you were playing. So, in the case of Pokemon Colosseum, there were 24 of them released in Japan, and I have access to all of them, so I can show you what they look like. So, as you can see, we have the e-reader set up right now, so we can hit OK, or yes, rather. Please insert the e-reader, connect the Game Boy Advance system to the Game Boy, blah, blah, blah. When the link is made, turn on the Game Boy Advance. Is everything ready? So, press start. Now, this is in Japanese. This does not work with the English e-reader, and I don't really know why, even though I'm playing on the English version. I'm assuming because of region locking, the English won't be able to scan Japanese cards. That's just what I'm assuming anyway. The Game Boy Advance system screen should be displaying access save data. This is this bottom one. Let's hit that, and we can hit yes on here. To scan Pokemon Colosseum e-reader cards, select the access save data. Is everything ready? Yes. The e-reader is ready to scan. We can enter the virtual capsule. So, we can now head in here. We weren't able to do this until we made sure that the e-reader was connected. So where do we go from here? Well, if we load a certain file, let's do this one, and go into panel battle and hit A. You can check the link, scan a compatible e-card, which I already did, and a trainer will show up. The first 20 e-reader cards in this set are individual trainers, and the other 4 are, all they do is just change which Colosseum you're fighting in. They're, there's really no use for them besides that. Now, there's three different difficulties. There's easy, medium, and hard. And you have to unlock medium and hard by defeating. Well, you have to defeat. You have to unlock medium by completing easy, and then you have to complete hard by completing medium. Now, when you complete the easy, or when you complete each difficulty, a new shadow Pokemon will be available for you to catch. I'm not going to reveal quite what they are yet. And if you're wondering why the heck the trainer doesn't have any Pokemon on the field, I have an action replay code that makes it so you instantly win a battle, because I don't want to spend that much time, doing all these battles. So, yeah, that's the e-reader stuff. Now, I'm going to cut to when I've completed the easy mode, and I'll show you which shadow Pokemon is available to catch. Right, something else to make note of is every 5 trainers you defeat, you'll have to fight a special trainer. I don't really understand why, and it's kind of annoying, but that's just something to note. I forgot to mention it before. Also, a fun little detail is that one of the bonus trainers is named Melia. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. So, once you defeat all 20 trainers and the 5 extra trainers or 4 extra trainers for whatever reason they exist, this guy will appear. And he speaks in Japanese. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. But I'm just gonna skip this cutscene. Chaser something or other would like to battle. So he's going to send out not the shadow Pokemon I was talking about. I'll just cut to when that happens. Alright, so he will send out a Togepi, level 20, and this is the first shadow Pokemon. This is the one you will get for completing... Why is her name Yuki? That's in... Oh! One sec. Alright, so yeah, there you go. Caught Togepi. Now we're just gonna skip to the other 2 Pokemon that you get for completing the other 2 difficulties. Alright, so our next shadow Pokemon is Mareep, which makes absolutely no sense because it evolves into Flaffy, which is a shadow Pokemon you can get normally. So I have absolutely no idea why Mareep is one of the extra shadow. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But yeah, there you go. That's the second shadow Pokemon for completing all the E-cards on medium. Alright, and the final shadow Pokemon for completing the virtual trainers on hard is Caesar. It's level 50, I think it said. Yeah, Bug and Steel type. It's a pretty good Pokemon, and a pretty nice reward for going through all the trouble of doing all the virtual trainers, because it kind of takes a while if you're not cheating like I am. I guess I'm technically cheating, but you get the idea. So yeah, that's everything. That's everything in Pokemon Colosseum that I wanted to show. This has been, in my opinion, my best work so far, and honestly, I think it can only get better from here. This was, without a doubt, a step in the right direction, and yeah, I just hope, I just hope things get better. My videos become better and better as time goes on. So, with this ending screen of this battle, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here real soon.